Yo, welcome back to Dream Views. Do another video with Draymond Green, talking NBA, sports related, obviously. I'm gonna give you my opinion after the watch the video. So let's go into it.
To watch Andre Drummond before the game, sit on the sideline, then go to the back, and then come out in street clothes because a team is going to trade him is bull. Because when James Harden asked for a trade and essentially dogged it, I don't think there was no surprise or there's no one's going to fight back that James was dogging it his last days in Houston. But he was castrated for wanting to go to a different team, and everybody destroyed that man. And yet a team can come out and say, oh, we want to trade a guy, and then that guy is to go sit. And if he doesn't stay professional, then he's a cancer, and he's not good in someone's locker room, and he's the issue. And we've seen situations of Harrison Barnes getting pulled off the bench. DeMarcus Cousins finding out that he's traded in an interview after the All-Star game, and we continue to let this happen. But I got fined for stating my opinion of what I thought should happen with another player. But teams can come out and continue to say, oh, we're trading guys, we're not playing you. And yet we're to stay professional. At some point, as players, we need to be treated with the same respect and have the same rights that the team can have. Because as a player, you're the worst person in the world when you want a different situation. But a team can say they're trading you, and that man is to stay in shape. He is to stay professional. And if not, his career is on the line. At some point, this league has to protect the players from embarrassment like that. We talk all of this stuff about you can't do this, you can't say that publicly. If you say that publicly, you're fine. Anthony Davis got fined, I think, $100,000 or something like that for demanding a trade publicly. But you can say Andre Drummond is getting traded publicly, and we're looking to trade him publicly, and he's to stay professional and just deal with it. But then when Kyrie Irving say, oh, my mental health is off, everybody go crazy about that too. Do you not think that affects someone mentally? As much as we put into this game to be great, to come out here and be in shape, to produce for fans every single night, and most importantly, to help your team win, do you think that doesn't affect someone mentally? But as players, we're told to, no, you can't say that, you can't say this, but teams can. It goes along the same lines of when everyone wants to say, oh, man, that young guy can't figure it out. But no one wants to say the organization can't figure it out. At some point, the players must be respected in these situations, and it's ridiculous, and I'm sick of seeing it. Y'all have a great night. I'll see y'all tomorrow or Wednesday.
All right. So y'all just heard Draymond Green go on a was like a 3-minute rant about nothing but garbage, straight garbage. I don't know what facts he spoke. Okay, you know what? Take that back. He spoke some facts, because facts aren't opinions. Facts are just the truth. He spoke some facts, and although those facts were spoken, so what? The sky is clear, but it looks blue because of the ocean. So what? Clouds are white. So what? I'm African American. So what? I spoke some facts. What does that do? Who cares? All right, so now just going into what he's talking about, the substance of what he's talking about, the message he's trying to bring, and if it's really applicable to these guys. And I feel over some time, because some people would take this to a racial divide. So let me go to racial first, just to debunk that. This ain't a racial thing, all right? This ain't racial. So just make sure we clear, there's nothing racial or racist about this. Who cares what the person is that's speaking and who's he addressing? That doesn't make it a racial component. A black person and a white person can interact anytime they want to, and it doesn't have to be racist. Because if that's the case, any interracial couple is racist, because there's going to be a white and a black person in that relationship. So every time they interact, that's racist. Or anytime they have a disagreement, is racist. No. they can have disagreements regardless of your skin tone, regardless of your gender. All those identity crap is just BS, all right? So let's just chalk that now. Now let's get into some more of the deeper into some of the substance that he's talking about, which is let's go here. A lot of athletes, I feel, have gotten such this God complex that they're so out of touch with the real world and what 99% of America, 99% of the people are going through in life. All right? There's college basketball. In college basketball, the college basketball team, the team can have anywhere between 25-ish players per se, give or take, from freshmen to seniors. Any of them. Probably all of them. And then if you take the D League as well, all of them would trade places with Andre Drummond. All of them. Tell them right now, people in the college right now, people in high school right now, people that's in basketball leagues right now, playing on the courts right now. How many of them would trade places right now with Andre Drummond to be making $22 million, $27 million a year to play basketball? And the downside is you might live in Cleveland and you might be getting ready to get shopped and go somewhere else. But you're making $27 million this year. And in the course of your career, you would have made over $130 million. How many people wouldn't trade places with him? How many people listening wouldn't trade places with him? So this God complex that these athletes have is just ridiculous. You are in the league. In this league, you knew this going in when you was trying to get drafted. You knew going in when you were accepting your deals. You knew going in when you were trying out for the league in your scouts and all that stuff. You guys knew this. You're going to join a team one day. And in that team, you could be traded literally the same day, tomorrow, the next day, so on and so forth. It's part of the business. It's a business. And in this business, you're well compensated to be traded and dealt at any given time. That's just part of the contract. If you don't like it, get out. You made enough money right now where if you didn't dribble another basketball in the rest of your life, you're set for the rest of your life. You're set. And newsflash, NBA is not the only place you can play basketball. There's a YMCA. There's a park. Oh, but you want the money that comes with it. And see, you want to have your cake and you eat it too. No. Everyone works for somebody. You have a boss. That boss has rules, regulations. Sometimes can have a handbook, sometimes can not. You have to follow rules and those guidelines that boss sets forth. And if you don't like them, no worries. No big deal. You can't take it no more. You don't like it, please vent out your frustrations. Won't change nothing. And if you still feel like you absolutely don't get what you need and want from the job, you can leave. Find another job. That's simple. These guys go, most of them, and I'm saying the word most, which is not including all, go from having little to nothing. Be honest. If NBA was not a thing, LeBron James would not be a millionaire. Most likely, he'd probably still be living in poverty. Just keep it honest truth, right? This is an opportunity that skyrockets him to the top. You go from having nothing, living in your friends' family homes because your home is being evicted, not being able to afford clothes and living on food stamps, and a lot of these athletes come from nothing. And in a blink of an eye, they go from having negative $200 in their bank account to a positive $4, $5, $6 million. The fame that goes along with that, the notoriety. And then you know what that comes with? People always telling you you're right. Yeah, you're also right. No matter what you do, you're right. You're right. You're right. Oh yeah, good. They're cheering you on. You go from having, in high school, you may have, if you're really, really good high school, some high schools aren't like this, you can have maybe 100, 200 people cheering for you. Go to college, that goes to thousands. You go to NBA, that goes to millions. You can't tell me you don't develop a God complex with that. You start losing touch of reality. Because the reality is, everybody on earth, 99% of people on earth would trade to be Andre Drummond right now. With the same scenario, living in Cleveland, dealing with Cleveland problems, the bad weather, the bad demographics, or however you want to view Cleveland. Whether you might think Cleveland is the shit for real, you might love it. I don't know. I don't really care. Who cares? The point is, they would trade places with them in a heartbeat. How many people would trade right now to have $150 million in their bank account, and you're making $27 million this year? Just to put this into perspective, the USA president makes $400,000 a year. $400,000 a year. I'm going to be generous and add another $15,000 on that. So now we're at $450,000 a year. Way more than I will ever see in a year. Way more than most people will ever see in a year. Andre Drummond, the guy that his guy's crying about, Draymond Green, the guy that's making these comments, they make that in a week. The most powerful man on this planet, what some people would say, makes $400,000 a year. The guy bitching at his job makes that in a week. I'm supposed to be sympathetic? No. And then they say the fans should understand their point of view. If the fans are fans, they should root for the jersey, not the person wearing the jersey. There's always going to be exceptions to those rules. Michael Jordan, I'm not a fan, but LeBron James, I'm a fan. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Like, you can find certain people, sure. But the jersey is what matters. They're solidified to the team. So whatever is in the best interest of the team, and if that includes trading Draymond Green, Andre Drummond, whoever, to benefit their team, their interests, they're going to cheer it on. And to say that the teams don't get called out, I listen to media all the time. Tell me they're not calling out the Detroit Lions for being one of the suckiest teams ever. How about the sucking Buccaneers? The Cleveland Browns before this year. Come on. They weren't getting scrutinized? Being disorganized franchises that can't win? That can't produce winners? Come on. Get out of here. They get called out. They get put on the front foot. Knicks. How many times I listen to people talking about how James Dolan should trade to sell his team? The media talks about these types of things all the time. They call out those teams. But nobody cares to hear that. You know what they care to hear? Why my team sucks. It's probably because we're paying Andre Drummond $27 million for a 17 and 12 season, and we're losing. When we could trade that, get some access in return, that can help us win in the future, and we can build out a positive roster that can at least, at minimum, get us to the playoff. Where in the league, over 50% of the teams make it to the playoffs. These people have lost touch of reality. And I get it. He's going to get plenty of people saying, yeah, you're right. All that stuff. Yeah, we just... No, you're not as equal as the team, bro. If that was the case, you'd be writing your own paychecks. Write your own paychecks if you're equal with the team. Write your own paycheck. If I'm in the business with my wife, she's my partner. She's my 50-50. So wherever I make, she makes. So if she wants to write a check, she'll write a check to her goddamn self. But can you do that? No, you can't. So, like somebody once said, shut up and dribble. Because that's your job. And if you don't like that job, find another job. Because I guarantee you right now, I can go to any college. I can go to any D-League player and say, who wants to play places with him? Who wants Draymond Green's spot? I guarantee you, every single one of them will raise their hand. Yeah, I'll trade my $25,000 for $25 million. Why not? To do what? Average a triple single? Get the dream views, man. This guy got me pissed off. Dream views.